Hi guys, Melissa here. Are you guys working with a thin stone that you don't really know how to wrap, or you just have round wire to work with? Well, in this video, I'll show you how I made this cute little framed pendant using only 2 round wires. Cute little pendant, which I think showcases the stone really nice. Isn't it cool? It looks like it's floating. So if you want to see how I made this pendant, just stay tuned and I'll show you how. Okay, so let's get started. Here I have my stone. It's pretty thin. It's only like 4 millimeters thick. This is why I like this design. It kind of holds the stone in a way that showcases it nicely, and it kind of makes it look like it's floating. And especially in this stone's case, it kind of looks like a planet, even though it's oval. This stone is a petersite, which is one of my favorite stones. I know I have a lot of favorite stones, but anyway, let's get going. So you're just going to need 2 pieces of wire. I'm using round. It's 20 gauge. And I think I'll just need a foot. 2 12-inch pieces, 30 centimeters in metric. It's supposed to be dead soft, even though it's not behaving like dead soft. It's pretty springy. It's not straightening very easy. We're going to be putting curves in this anyway, so we don't want it, perfectly straight. All right, so I have 2 pieces of my 12-inch. Oops, of course I didn't measure correctly. And you want to find the center, approximately. Doesn't have to be precise, but of course mine is 6 inches. And you're gonna center your wires on the back of your stone. And a few millimeters down from the top or bottom, you're going to bend your 2 wires 90 degrees. So they don't cross each other. These 2 wires are going to come across the front, so you want to be a few millimeters down from the top or bottom, whatever it ends up being, so it can grip your stone. And you're going to come up on the other side here, and in about the same place in relation to the other side, you're going to bend the wires in the opposite direction, also in a 90-degree angle. Gets a little tricky with the 2 wires, because you don't want them overlapping each other at all. Okay, so you're going to have a little bit of a zigzag here. The back of your stone should look like that. Now you're gonna wrap these wires around the front of the stone and along the back again. Like that. And do the other side as well. Can get a little tough trying to keep everything locked in, especially my sterling seems a little springy, so it's kind of hard to work with. Copper would be much easier to work with in this case right now. Wraps across the front, and then wires going in opposite directions on the back. Might be easier to take the stone out for the next step. And now you want to wrap your wires around the base here. Let me grab them with my flat nose pliers. Try to get them to loop around without crossing. Try to get this wrapped tight. I tell you, if you have copper wire, it would probably be a lot better to practice with copper wire, because this sterling's pretty tough. Even though this is dead soft, it's pretty tough. So we're going to do that with the other side here as well. We're still going to have wires going in opposite directions. And this does add bulk, so we'll try to get our wraps as tight as we can. Let's see what our stone looks like. And to help tighten things up, you can grab the middle with your flat nose pliers and give it a twist. Of course, I can't grip it at all. Give your wires a twist. That helps cinch things down. Things still need to be tightened though. But let's get these wires going. They have a natural curve going counterclockwise, so we're gonna go with that. You're gonna need your fingers to sculpt the wire here. Try not to kink them up in any way. Put a nice curve in them. Once we get these wires locked in, we'll go ahead and tighten everything up. I'm putting too much of an angle in that, so we gotta be careful. And you can have these wires as wide or as tight as you would like. When you get to the point where you have the shape and size that you want and you're satisfied with that, then we're going to anchor it, tack them down, we're going to attach them to each other. Put a bend in the wires with our flat nose. And that's going to wrap around the other wires, and we'll do the same with these. Get a nice shape. Find a point where you'd want to bend your wire. Grab your flat nose and give it a bend. feed that through. Okay, and let's tighten those up. We're going to wrap them around another time. Bring this through. I'm going to cut this one a little shorter. Make sure your wires aren't crossing. This is a new batch of sterling silver I just got from Rio Grande, and it just seems extra stiff. I did order dead soft. Wow. Whew. It's tiring. I'm going to cut these short. I went one time around. That's enough. Cut those short. All right, let's tighten these up. And the rest is just shaping and tightening. Obviously, this is really gappy up here, so what you can do is come to the back, give things a twist. Well, that didn't work. Give things a pinch in the back. You can twist them individually too. Just have them separate out. Let's go up here, try to get in there. Sometimes I use my round nose pliers because they have a nice small tip to them. They're less likely to scratch your wire up. Let's go in there and twist. Twist the center. And this is 20 gauge wire. Depending on your stone size, you can even try 22 gauge wire. See how that works. There. I'm going to make this the top because there's a little bit more distance in there, so I think it would hang nicer from up here. So determine what your top is and just need to make a bail. The usual bail I make for these is a split ring bail, which last week I did make a bail video and I was trying to get away from that. But for this pendant design, it actually works. I grabbed a wooden dowel, 8 millimeters. That should be plenty big to accommodate most chains or cords. And I'm just gonna wrap it around a few times. That should suffice. I think 3 rings would look nice. Cut these nice and flush. And just feed it on. Simple as that. See, it just works with this one because you got the double wire thing going, so I think they look nice. So what do you guys think of this one? If you happen to nick any of your wire, you can go ahead and buff those out. But for the most part, it's pretty much done. Come through with a polishing cloth. Okay, well, I think that's it for me. What do you think of this tutorial? Let me know in the comments below. My question of the week is, have you ever heard of Petersite? If you haven't, what do you think of it? I happened to get a bunch from Maya Crystal Store on Facebook. I'll have their link down below. But I just love the ones I got. They have a lot of blue flashes in them. Very beautiful. But let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments below. I'll see you there. And again, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. There are more videos to come. And don't forget to trust the journey. Have a great week, and I'll see you in the next one.